Good afternoon, everybody. I'm really, really excited to be here. This is not a marketing presentation, and as much as possible, please, I just want to talk about how you can drive up your revenue using technology. That's all. I hope my slide can come up as soon as possible. Okay, while we're waiting for that, I just want to ask a quick question. I'm sure all of us will drive cars. We have drivers and drivers. If we were to brand our company as a car, what type of car would you like the company to be? BMW, Tesla, Ford, Mercedes. So please, anybody can feel free to make an answer. What would you like your company to be branded as? What type of car?
Mercedes.
Mercedes.
Yes.
Okay. Why?
There are only two. Mercedes and others.
Okay. Good.
Yes.
Can you please start? You can start the next. Yeah, that's where we are. Okay. So, any other person? Nobody likes a Tesla here. Wait. Rolls Royce. Okay, what am I alluding to? Now, today we drive most of these cars based on a lot of personal desires or personal realities. But the point is, why these cars are so we have to rely on them is because of the efficiency, because they can carry us from one point to the other, because of reliability, and so many other things. What has gone into building these vehicles over the years? A Benz, a BM, a Tesla. They are making so much weight because they built in so much technology into these vehicles. Today, those vehicles talk back to you. Those days, you have to put it in gear. You have to learn how to press the clutch. Today, just press it. But in fact, today, you don't even need a driver. I'm going to Ibadan. The car drives you there. That is the level. That is the level at which technology is going to next time. Now, having said that, how can we drive our businesses income to a much larger scale? Okay, we've talked about so many challenges here today about the leasing company, customer profiling, risk and mitigation, dealing with the VUCA environment, regulation. Thank God we have LESRA and LESRA now. It's ERA, sorry. And so on, collection and payments, repossession and all that. These are problems that are everywhere. Talking to the Western world, talking to other African countries, talking to Nigeria. Yes, there are problems that people have met with. They've solved with one thing or the other. But what am I alluding to in the country that we are in? The fact that we have a lot of ground to cover in terms of development opens up a very wide window of opportunity for us. They say when you have problems is when you can build solutions. When the solution is already there, there's nothing to do. But when you have challenges, that is where you can build solutions. And that's where I'm saying IT in itself is nothing. But when you use it to enable your business, that's where you can get value. Now, it's easy. I mean, I listened to most of the things that were said today. He all talked about having to address one problem with the other. How do I scale? How do I expand? How do I know that this vendor recommended person is not going to default on the asset I'm buying? I mean, I'm listening to him. So all these things are things that technology are gradually coming into at different levels to ensure that you are able to do that ahead of time. So next slide, please. I know I'm very limited time here. Okay, so I'm talking. What is the solution? I call it digitization. There are different kind of names anybody can call it. Now you want to enhance your customer experience. You want to be sure that I should be able to sit in the comfort of my house. I need a fridge, or I need a deep freezer, or I need a vehicle to use. I'm talking about personal things now, or even let's talk about personal things. I should be able to, from the comfort of my house, fill a form, apply for a lease product, pay online, get the thing delivered without you ever saying this is possible, even in Nigeria today. And the point is, there are a lot of touch points or avenues that are being built by different organizations, or whether government, whether individual, whether banks, whether private, that we can begin to tap into. And that is what I'm talking about. Today, we have the direct debits on Lease. You can easily collect your money. All I have to do is fill a mandate online, and every month you are debiting my account. If there is no money in checks tomorrow, and you're able to pick up your money, so the level of default can be reduced to a drastic minimum. I have the credit bureau. Before I give you the asset, I can check your name there, I can check your BVA. When BVA was created, nobody knew how powerful that thing was going to be. Today, people are beginning to realize. Now, these things are all there. We need to begin to, tap into it. We talked about scalability. The point is, opening a branch in every nook and corner in Nigeria is going to cost you a fortune. In fact, you can't really go. Talk of personnel, talk about building, talk about this, talk about that. But with the technology-enabled business, branch opening is just putting up a website. Anybody, anywhere can access you. With very ease, there is what we call logistics today. You can say transport one asset from X to Y, and all these things are there. We just need to begin to plug into it. How do you do this? By enabling digitization into what you do. That is what I'm talking about. Okay, next slide, please. Now, excuse me. Now, I don't want to start talking about jargons. We all heard about APIs. We all heard about AI. We all heard about this and that. The point is, all these things are things we can easily plug into. Today, I have customers that are able to sell their products to people even outside the country without even knowing them, because all they do is they digitize the product, made it an API that a third party, not even them, a third party, a broker, what we might call a broker, is able to connect his own system to their own system, sell that product without even ever the customer even interfacing with the original owner of the product. Those are the kind of things that we can do, and these things are happening every day. I'll take a typical example. I'm sure I'm not marketing for them. All that about the finance, the fintechs today, the cowering this, cowering that. All of these people don't have even finance, what do you call it? Most of them won't have a license to operate a deposit collection thing, but they are riding on technologies that have been enabled through either a bank, a finance company, or a microfinance house, and they're able to sell investment to people right on their phone. So those are the kind of things I'm talking about. Next slide, please. Okay, so having said this, business have gone beyond the days of bricks and mortar. Today, it's about digitization. COVID was a very good example for us. Unfortunately, yes, it was not a good one, but it's a good eye-opener that when COVID struck, operating became a very big challenge for most of us. Well, I'm sure most of us are also realizing that we just have to be open, we just have to be on the net, we just have to be accessible, whether there's COVID, whether there's war or whatever it is. And that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. So lastly, next slide. Okay, well, these are just a few companies we've dealt with in the past and we're still dealing with. Next slide. Okay, thank you so much. I can see